A new art exhibit has opened at the Southern Vermont Arts Center in Manchester. Titled Unmasked, it explores the responses and reactions by more than 40 artists across a variety of media to the COVID-19 pandemic and the changes it has wrought over the past 10 or so months. Whether it's the wearing of face masks or the enforced lockdowns, the crimping of social life and entertainments that used to be taken for granted, the exhibit offers images that reflect upon the impact of the virus and how we've coped, or not. Ann Corso, the executive director of the Arts Center, walked us through the exhibit and described how it came about.
The exhibition, Unmasked, Artful Responses to the Pandemic, or Unmasked as we call it by shorthand, was kind of a response to two things. One was wanting to continue our year-round existence here at SVAC and really give something interesting and different to our community to see, and a way to see art safely, which is one of the things that you can do right now. But we also wanted to think about themes that would really resonate with people. And of course, there is no other theme for this past year or even this continuing year that has impacted people more than the pandemic. So our manager of exhibitions and interpretive engagement, Allison Kreitz, set to work many months ago thinking about what would be a unique way to have artists respond in the myriad of ways that they've been impacted by the pandemic, respond with their art, and sort of cast a wide net in terms of some of the artists and collectives that would participate. So we invited a number of artists and artist collectives from across the country to join us. We set about thinking about themes that were kind of resonant in this particular year, at least as artists were responding to them, and that really varied. The messages that artists were coming across and were showing in their work were things like using nature as a refuge. And some of the time it was rather practical, like creating work on a very small scale because spaces and artist studios in urban environments were now limited and people were working in their own living rooms and kitchens. Some of the content was a response to the political upheaval and the social injustices that really made such a statement this year. And then there were some humorous bits of response coming from artists. One of our artists has done a series of work that features toilet paper and sort of, makes that kind of commentary about our consumer culture. And other artists were returning to styles and techniques that they had not worked in for a long time, a return to figure drawing and painting, and also just responding to the health crisis and the pandemic itself, using the concept of the mask as an entirely new art form. So the exhibition is really quite varied. There are many messages, many different types of art and style, and featuring over 40 artists and 4 artist collectives.
So 40 artists is an awful lot, or it sounds like a lot. How did you pick them all, or what was the process whereby you selected which works of art would be part of the exhibit?
Well, this was an invitational show, so it started with some contacts that we had in the art and museum field, and word spread. A couple of artists that we knew were getting national and regional attention. For instance, the Shelter in Place Gallery or the Tiny Pricks Project. Some of our other just sort of connections and opportunities for networking, Vermont Arts Council, some of those sort of regional organizations were some that we kind of mined, looking for a few artists that had never shown with us before and who were doing something different. And as we did our research, word spread, and some of the artists who are well known to us were also, we knew were taking very different directions in their artwork. So it was a real combination and quite a number of different methods of reaching out and connecting with people.
The exhibit opened on January 16th and will be on display at the Art Center's Yester House until March 28th. For more information, you can visit the Art Center's website at svac.org. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.